One dimension of the Sunnah was the material lifestyle of Rasulullah ﷺ. The Sunnah of satisfaction and contentment, of being grateful and satisfied with the materially sufficient. That's not to say that Islam disapproves of earning wealth. Many of the Sahaba were rich men, but did they live the lifestyles of rich men? Were they extravagant? Were they ostentatious? Or was their wealth used in the service of Islam? No. They thought of themselves as slaves of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and they lived like slaves. They sat on the ground. They ate on the floor. They shared their food. And most of them only traded or did business just enough to meet their needs. And if they worked more, it was only to earn money to give in sadaqah. People these days like to justify greed by saying that it is the best driver for achievement, as if no one was ever driven by a sense of purpose or personal fulfillment. Whoever in history accomplished more in a shorter period of time than the first generations of Islam? They weren't driven by greed. They weren't driven or motivated by wealth or the desire for wealth. But you see, the West developed from and developed through kufr. And kufr is, of course, informed by shaitan and the view held by Iblis about human beings, which is that we are empty, material, basically objects with no inherent value. So the systems and the societies that developed in the West all reflect this way of thinking. The people's fitrah has been garbled by this confusion and this degraded view of humanity. So they place value on material things, on external things, on money and so on, because essentially they feel empty and worthless.